everyone. So it's day 2 on my trip to Atoll and Hanifaru Bay. So I woke up early this morning, first time around 4 or 5, too early, went back to sleep, got up again. There was a big storm around 6 o'clock, so that decided to get up and have a look. Looked outside and the sea was worse than yesterday. So I kind of guessed there'd be no diving today. They did say they let us know at 7:30. Those winds were going up to 40 kilometres an hour. And at 7:30 we got the WhatsApp. Yeah, it's too rough. 10 o'clock we got a WhatsApp saying if you can make it for 10:30 we're going to go for one dive. We decided no, we didn't want to rush because we've got to get ready, walk down to the dive centre. So that was a no-brainer. And then, I mean, the people at Hanifaru Divers, Jessica and her team are really, really nice people. So she said, look, we'll try and, if we get a call for the Mantas, we'll go to Hanifaru Bay in the afternoon and snorkel with the Mantas. Then we got a WhatsApp saying, there's 40 Mantas, come quick. So we had to get organised. It took us about 45 minutes to get down there and onto the Donny, and off we went to Hanifaru Bay. Just as we're getting onto the Donny, she said, we're in luck. The ranger now tells me there's 70 Mantas in the bay. So we went out there. It was a little bit rough, nothing untoward. The Donny could handle it. Got to the bay. Lots of things are strictly controlled there for good reason. It doesn't impinge on you as a snorkeler or a diver. Just sensible, common sense things. For example, no bright lights on your camera. If you're going to free dive, be careful, because as you'll see in the footage, they'll come straight above you on the surface. So you could be coming up and headbutting a manta. Obviously, no touching, all that sort of thing. So in we jumped, and no mantas for a while, and then a couple came through. Then we had one come and do a nice display, and then they came, 3 times. We had the full, I don't know, it was a school or a squadron come through, all 70 of them. There was just mantas everywhere. For the first time ever, I wish I'd put my GoPro on super wide. I thought wide would handle it, but super wide would have been better. Because we're snorkeling and I'm just using a GoPro on a hand, some of the footage is shaky. The visibility isn't brilliant because that's why the mantas are here, to feed on the plankton. But what an experience. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. Hanifaru Bay with Hanifaru divers, excellent experience. We're hoping to do it again before we leave. Update now, we did stay in the hotel again last night because the weather was so bad to take the catamaran to sea. We are finally going to sea tomorrow. The weather's improved, the sun's out, still windy, still choppy sea, but that's okay. So if it's not died down enough, we'll dive from the Donny in the morning. If not, we'll go straight out on the catamaran. So we're checking out from here early and meeting at the dive centre at 8:30. So the real action begins tomorrow, but today the action was pretty good, as you'll see coming up. Yeah, it's 6:30 in the morning, and you can see we've still got windy weather. It's been raining for quite some time. You can just see the sea there. Pretty sure we won't be diving today. Definitely we won't be diving this morning. We had the opportunity to go out to the dive centre on their Donny, but it's still blowing a hoolie, as one would say. There's nobody around. I'm going to go back and get a bit more sleep, I think. But just look at that over there. Well, it's been stormy and windy all day, and our boat departure has been delayed by a day, but we've just got the call that the weather's dropped and there are 40 manta rays in Hanifaru Bay. So we're all rushing down now to the dive centre to jump in the boat and go snorkeling. Why? I wasn't expecting that at all. So off we go. It's just started raining again. The sea's been going up and down all day, but it is lower than this morning. We're going through this now to go to Hanifaru Bay to try and get some footage of these 40 mantas which have turned up. We're only allowed to snorkel, not scuba dive there, which is okay with me. This is really exciting because I thought it was going to be a boring day just sitting around the hotel. And guess what? We're off to see mantas on day 2. Brilliant. Let's hope they're still there when we get there. We're off to the diving centre right now. Here's Diane. She's suited and booted, ready to go. All my kit's at the dive centre. So we're just waiting for Stevie, who I guess will also be similarly attired. I've got to change my stuff when I get there. And we just follow the beach to the dive centre. So straight down here, on the left is the boat, on the right is the dive centre. So next stop, Hanifaru Bay and Mantas. So we're rushing now to get to the boat because they're not going to hang around. Luckily the boat is just round this corner. So let's hope they're still there when we get there. And there's the Donny. We just come over the supply boat, straight onto there and straight to the bay. Ready for action, as they say. This is Jessica.
Hi.
She's the most nervous, let's get going Italian I've ever met. They're usually quite relaxed.
Yeah, but
as she says,
1 hour. You are late.
1 hour?
Yeah.
No way.
45 minutes.
So that's our boat. We're boarding tomorrow. Oceanic Manta. I think she's a lagoon, but we'll find out when we're on board. But she looks nicely set up. Look at that, we dive off the back deck. We've got a lucky shamrock. We're definitely going to need that today. And out we go. Let's see what the sea's like. Is it going to be kind to us, or is it going to be really bumpy? These Donny boats are built for these waters. Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a choppy one, as you can see. So I'm going to go back inside. I'm not going to get wet when I jump in the water, but I want to stay dry till I get there so I don't get cold. Ah, yeah, it's not so bad actually. The Donny's doing what Donny's do and rolling with the sea. But I could end up in the sea if I don't go inside now. Weather's still a bit unsettled. You can see those storm and rain clouds just in the distance. But who cares? It's manta season. We hopefully very soon will be in the water with mantas. So latest report, more than 70 mantas in the bay. So it was good we were a little bit late.
We don't have to chase mantas. They make always at the same season. So we just stay where we are and then we come back. Just follow me when we enter the water, so we know more or less what is the place where they will stay. And if you want to do some free diving, just be careful and make sure that when you are surfacing, there are no mantas coming from behind you. Because the manta is more than 400 kg. no problem. It's not allowed to use the selfie stick. So just with this one. Then with GoPro you don't have any light. Just for your information, it's forbidden to use flashes, strobes, or any light in the video. Okay. So follow me. I will come with the floating ring and also the floating ring. So I think that will be only the ranger boat and the boat of Mantas. There is no other people. In a case, just follow me and I will try to stay.
Excellent. I'm in it. Right, so I don't need to wait. There are strict restrictions on how boats can enter the bay. They also have to moor in a designated spot. We'll be met by rangers or a guide, the dive guide where we should go. They would normally use a drone, which probably is not possible today. Dive time is limited to 45 minutes, which is going to be a spray then. And there are several rules, which are pretty obvious. No bright lights, no selfie sticks on your GoPro or action camera. Obviously don't touch them. If you do free dive, be careful when you're coming up, because there could be one above you when you come to the surface. And they weigh on average 400 kilos, it's been told. So yeah, this has been a bucket list trip snorkeling with the mantas in Hanifaru. So hopefully, if the 70 mantas are still there, we tick that one off today. You can see. Whoa, well, that said everything, didn't it, right? It's warm. The sea is rough. So you can see the Ranger boat. I'm glad I'm not on the Ranger boat. It's going up and down like nobody's business. There is an Atoll Ranger ridden on the side, and he's pointing to where the mantas are. There is there's the Ranger, and he's pointing to the mantas. Manta time! So we're quite lucky that boat has marked the spot for the mantas for us. Jessica's rushing. She's big smile. We're going to go in. Love this. Teach them young. The instructor's waiting with a ring, and the boys in softly, not to upset it. Fantastic the way they did that. Fantastic.
Now they come back, can't wait.
Now they'll come back. Folks, this is why we're here. Hanifaru Bay in Manta season. And guess what? The weather may be terrible, it might be raining, but underwater it does not disappoint. Jessica's pretty sure that big school of mantas will be right back. Just look at that, they're on the surface. How was it? How was it?
Amazing?
Like
a twister.
How was it, young man? In French?
Itchy for him.
Yeah, me also. Well, Stevie, Diane, how was it? Worth waking up for, Stevie?
Definitely.
And here's the Manta Queen of Hanifaru Bay, Jessica.
Well done.
So that was amazing. Better than expected in many ways. We had I think you call them a school or a pod or whatever. Reported about 70, and I think that number is absolutely spot on, because you'll see in the footage, well, as you've seen in the footage, or as you will see, I don't know when I'm going to put this into the video yet, manta everywhere. When they came in droves. Absolutely amazing. The visibility is not great, and that's to be expected because of plankton. That's why the mantas are here. But I hope the footage is enjoyable. I hope you enjoy it. But it was an absolutely amazing experience. Definitely worth coming back for. What a nice touch. Tea and biscuits. How's the tea?
Pretty good.